Let's wait till it shakes, because it's... Look at it! It wants us to open these packs so bad.
Clunk, clunk.
So we have another 40 packs here that we're going to open, and for the sake of pacing, we're not going to put these videos up consecutively. So we will be referring to the last video for the cards we've already seen, but hopefully we get some things we haven't seen.
Ardent Protector, really fucking good in Paladin decks. You
Oh,
should always
yeah.
have 2 of them.
Good.
You can trade for free, basically, with the Divine Shield.
Yep.
Divine Shield is fucking Mirror Entity. Probably one of my favorite secrets. Because you can always
When your
play.
opponent plays a minion, summon a copy of it. So if they play Ysera, you also get Ysera.
It's really good to play on a clear board.
You polymorph their Ysera.
Yeah. It's good. You play around with it, guys. Find the scenarios in which it plays well and how to, like, feign not, having a different...
A different secret.
Different secret.
One other thing I should note about this Argent Protector, combos really well with Youthful Brewmaster. So you play your Argent Protector, you give somebody shield, you Youthful Brewmaster back, you play it again and give somebody else shield. So Divine Shield is great value.
Normally, like 80% of the time, you're going to want to give something Divine Shield when it's attacking into something, and then 20% of the time you're going to give it something to something that's not going to actually attack anything and deal, like, have damage. So essentially you just have a creature that has Divine Shield.
Yeah. So Repentance is the secret we didn't see last time. When your opponent plays a minion, reduce its health to 1. Can be good. I haven't actually seen this successfully used.
It's a 1 cost that means that you can trade anything with it.
Yeah.
Which, can be good.
Definitely can be good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'd like to experiment with this.
There isn't like a 1 cost, or there isn't a paladin card that just deals 1 damage, right?
I don't think so, but you could have the all-class archer that deals 1 damage.
Yeah, that's true. Or the 2/2 pew-pewer.
Only 1 right now. Head Crack. Deal 2 damage to an enemy combo. Return this to your hand next turn. So, if you're playing a lot of low-cost creatures, you can constantly be head cracking them.
I die that way all the time. It's like, play something, head crack, get it back. Then they play something, they head crack, get it back.
Yeah.
And you just
so
die.
it's great for consistently getting damage.
It's
over
when they have like 10
turns.
health or less that you start playing this.
It's all about chipping damage.
By the time that they have 10 health, you probably have a large enough mana pool, like 9 or 10, that you can constantly play this with other cards. Yeah. And that's why it's good.
We talked about these 3 already, but we haven't seen an Inner Rage yet. So this is a 0 cost, deal 1 damage to a minion and give it +2 attack. So Grommash Hellscream would be great with this as well, because you deal 1 damage to him, enrage him for the +6, and give him +2 as well.
Alternatively, it's a 0 cost 1 damage card that can remove something.
Yeah, exactly. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow. Dread Corsair, I've never been able to use this well, but I always see it, like, used pretty well and efficiently.
Costs 1 less for the attack of your opponent, so if you have a
for
Fiery
the attack
War
of your
Axe.
weapon.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Attack of your opponent.
Oh. Oops. But, yeah, the opposite of what I meant. If you have a Fiery War Axe equipped, it costs 1 to cast, and it's... But if you don't have a weapon equipped, it's 4 for a 3/3 taunt, which isn't worth it at all.
It's like a glorified bear taunt. With mud.
And I believe we talked about everything else,
Shield Bear sucks ass. I don't see it used well ever.
I don't see it.
Again, you have to be very wary of, like,
1 cost creatures,
because typically they're just bad.
Yeah. Golden Common.
Oh, look at the leaves.
Hey, I got another misdirection. Sweet.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Yeah,
wow,
I like
that's
that one.
cool.
Yeah, that one's sick.
That looks wicked.
Yeah.
It's all glowing.
Oh, it's all glowing.
Yeah. Misdirection. I love this secret. When a character attacks your hero directly, instead he attacks another random character, which includes their hero.
Yeah. So character means creature or hero.
Yeah. I have the misdirection video that I put up. It'll probably be a few weeks ago when this video comes out. His Starving Buzzard, he unleashes the hounds. He has lethal damage. Misdirection saves me. So what happens is he attacks me with his buzzard, but it gets misdirected to attack something that I didn't need. Yeah. It was like a Iron Beak Owl or something like that.
And Kyle has like 2 or 3 creatures and he just kills them.
Yeah, and then he knows it's over because he no longer has lethal damage because of this card. It saved my ass.
Yeah.
We talked about the other ones in the other video. Mind control tech.
We talked about
yeah,
all these.
Yeah, we've seen all these before, so... Next pack.
I tried to make Young Priestess work, but it just dies to everything really easily.
Yeah, it's hard to keep a Young Priestess alive. Again, let's emphasize the 1-drops only ever have one of each 1-drop or whatever in your deck.
One drop.
Yeah,
one drops are like the worst drops.
Yeah. That's at the end of your turn. You give another friendly random minion, friendly minion.
1 health.
1 health. Yeah. So it can be good, but
it's actually a 1 cost. That's a 2/2 technically.
Yeah. Well, actually,
because
it can't give itself.
Yeah, but it immediately gives another creature health.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's technically a 2/2, right, for 1, which is pretty good, but it dies so quickly that it only ever does that. And 1 health never really makes a difference. Mm-hmm. So it's not actually good. It's pretty deceiving, actually.
It very rarely makes a difference, let's put it that way.
Yeah, very rarely. Even in a priest deck, I can get it to work.
Rare. Ooh,
Mana-Tide Totem is so good.
Yeah. So at the end of your turn, draw a card. These are one of those cards that immediately pay off. So as soon as you play this, you get an extra card.
Yeah.
So no matter what, you're getting a card for a card with the Mana-Tide Totem.
Really good to play when there's a empty board or behind a taunt is typically really good.
If you can
and
keep
even
this
just
alive,
to soak up a Frostbolt is pretty good.
Yeah.
It just takes damage.
And because as soon as you put this out, your opponent wants to immediately get rid of it. It's one of those high priority attack cards.
Then you put down that wolf that gives you +1 or a Flame Tongue Totem, and it suddenly becomes a 1/3/2/3 when they thought that they could kill it, and now you can actually trade without losing your Mana-Tide Totem. Yeah. It has ridiculous health. It's pretty good.
Totally.
It's just fucking good card.
Yeah. We talked about these cards already in the last video, so there will be a link to that somewhere, or you could just go look at it. Epic. Ooh, a golden sea giant. All right.
Fucking hate sea giant.
Yeah,
this is a youthful brewmaster that we've been
talking
about.
Yes. Youthful brewmaster is a must-have common card. So it costs 40 dust. Buy 2 of these. Just do it. Go to your collection. Buy 2. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it right now. Return a friendly minion from the battlefield to your hand. Anything with battle cry. So let's look at this right here. So I get a 2/2 weapon. I use my 2/2 weapon, and then I youthful brewmaster this back to my hand. And now I get another 2/2 weapon.
And you have a 3/2 on the field, which is pretty good. Ancient of Lore, you could even do with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Not that you probably would, but because that would be a really weird gameplay that probably wouldn't happen. But
yeah,
because you probably use it earlier, but still, it's pretty good. If you're starting to make a deck, this card is really fucking good because you're gonna rely on a lot of common card battle cries in order to win.
Exactly.
Light Spawn we've talked about. It's really.
So Ancient of Lore, I've never actually used this card except for one time in an arena that I was Druid. I don't play a lot of Druids, so I don't know.
The 5 health is last resort.
Yeah.
The second one is pretty bad. I've only ever seen people use it for the card draw.
Yeah. But a 7 cost 5/5 draw 2 cards, I think is pretty good value. This I'll probably just end up disenchanting.
Yeah.
Because he's got a little turny wheel. But I get 400 for this one.
His ugly face. Look at his beard. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
I wonder whose job it is to animate these cards.
Yeah.
How do we animate this still painting?
I think the only one we haven't talked about here is the Mogashan Warden.
I can't see how this would ever be good.
The only time I would ever say it's good is in light of Cap deck I have 2 of these, and that's because you can, if you have one on the I always emphasize wait for the attack initiative before you do this, because if you put your Mogashan Warden out and then you go Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, and make it a 28/28, if my math is right, yeah, 28/28, it gets silenced right away. But if you put it out there and then it's a 1/7 that can attack, then you Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, and instantly you have 28 damage. So it's
in
only
that
really
one
good.
Circumstance, which is very cheesy, it's good. But in every other circumstance, a 1/7, wouldn't you rather have a 3/5 for 4?
Yeah.
Of course you would,
Yeah.
because 1 damage doesn't kill shit.
Exactly.
Doesn't even kill an apprentice little girl that's like, hey, I want to be just. Wait.
No, she says,
I
hope you like my invention.
Yeah. I want to be
for
just
some reason,
like you.
She's
I'm talking about that one.
that's the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Yeah, the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
One day I'm gonna be just like you.
Bad card. Don't ever use
awkward boy puberty. Wild Pyromancer. Now I have seen this be really good.
You can only ever do it twice.
Yeah.
So you can only ever do an area 2 damage. But if you're casting a spell, then you're gonna want to. You're gonna want to kill it anyway.
So this
Should
I've
kill
seen
it
I've
anyway.
seen this used best in battle rage decks, like warrior decks. So you bring out your wild pyromancer, then you say slam somebody for a card draw, and then it deals 1 damage to all minions, which are all your minions as well, and then you battle rage to draw all those cards.
Oh.
So it can be really good.
Oh.
I've seen this thing kick serious ass.
That's awesome.
But it's incredibly situational. Not to mention, it's a 2-cost 3/2, which are always good, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you got a 2-cost 3/2, then that alone makes it at least as good as a Bloodfin Raptor, which are fairly good on their own, right?
Wow. Only in beast decks.
Yeah, Bloodfin Raptors.
But
are, but that's because it's got no card
it'd be
text,
like
right?
a fairy dragon that you can target with spells and shit.
Exactly. And we've talked about every
All
other one of
these,
those. So next pack. Give me some legendary.
I got another Hunger Crab!
Shadow Madness. Ooh, I'm glad I have another one of these now. Okay, so gain control of an enemy minion with 3 or less attack until the end of the turn.
Okay.
So you steal their creature and you make their creature attack another one of their creatures
both
so that
of
they
them
both
die.
die. That's the best way to use this
The
card.
second best is to do it to a fucking, no.
Oh,
The
the loot
2/3.
hoarder.
Oh, the loot hoarder?
So you steal their loot hoarder, which is 2/1, and when it dies, it draws a card. If you steal that from them and it dies while it's under your control, you get to draw that card. Yeah.
And the Harvest Golem. That's what the fuck.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you do it to a Harvest Golem, then you get the 2/1.
So it has some situations
any battle
where
cry or any death rattle, not death rattle.
Yeah.
Oh my god, death. What is it called? Death something.
Death rattle, yeah.
Is it death rattle?
Yeah, it is death rattle.
If it's any death rattle, it's like really good.
Yeah, death rattle with positive benefit for you anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, it has a fairly standard use where you trade. You can technically remove 2 cards with 1 card,
No.
and then it's got a couple of uses where it's like, oh, that's really good, i.e. gaining you another card by stealing like an Acolyte of Pain or something like that. Blah 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 blah.
We never actually talked about the Ravenhold Assassin. We did see that.
We
before.
did a little bit. I said I like them because it's a 7/5 7-cost stealth, so it has its like
Potential
that's
to do a lot of damage.
yeah, especially to them, right?
It's just a really high cost. It's the biggest issue.
Yeah.
Is that you can't really play anything else with it.
Yeah.
3.
Blessing was we talked about these 3 already.
Yeah.
Hungry crab. Stampeding Kodo. Battlecry. Destroy a random enemy minion with 2.
See, I
Or less
2 or
attack,
less
yeah.
attack. I used to like this card, and I'm still pretty sure that it's a good card. But there's so few cards that have 2 or less.
Yeah. So
Other
it's
than
like,
the 2/7, I have destroyed the 2/7 Gurbashi warrior
yeah,
before
it's
with this.
basically a medium-sized creature that kills a small creature.
Yeah,
On summoning.
Even small creatures sometimes are like a 3/2, and,
Yeah,
and then
exactly,
you can't even kill it.
exactly.
And you don't ever want to play it without it destroying something.
It's also random. See, I would
Yeah.
like this card a little bit more if it lets you choose.
Yeah.
Like, say with the Kobold Shadow Priest, lets you choose the one that you mind control, right? It's not like a random
Yeah.
2 or less attack.
Yeah.
But the Kodo is a random one, so you could even kill the one that you didn't want to kill, like the less priority one.
Yeah.
And it's a 5-cost 3/5.
Yeah.
So for a 4, you could get a 3/5 taunt, which is probably better.
Let's talk about Bloodstale Elevator. That's the only one you have to talk about.
Oh yeah, Bloodstone.
I like it a lot.
Yeah,
if
me
you have,
too.
You fucking have like.
Warrior decks specifically, they work really well in. So let's say you have your Warsong Commander out, and that Warsong Commander gives all your other creatures charge, and you equip your Gorehowl, which is a 7/1 weapon. Then you bring out your Bloodstale Raider. She becomes a
9/3.
9/3 with charge.
Wow.
So that's pretty freaking good.
Even in Paladin, it's pretty good.
Mhm.
If you have True Silver, like, this normally works pretty well.
Yeah. But for the most part, Rogue, Warrior, and Rogue and Warrior. These work the best in, I'd say.
I agree.
Doomguard we talked about. Okay, we've seen all those cards before.
This is going by a lot faster now that we've
Yeah,
talked
yeah,
about
exactly.
most of them.
So we can skip over a lot of that.
We've
Blizzard.
talked about all of these.
Yeah.
Let's keep going. Damn it, Cal.
It's like hitting
Ruining
spacebar.
my phone. Talked
Another
about all
misdirection.
these.
Yeah.
Guys, you should look at our other videos if you're at all wondering
Yeah.
about any of these.
If you see a card that we skip over and you're like, oh, I want to know what that does.
Ancient Mage.
Yeah. Oh, it is a 4 cost. So this I think is amazing value, because not only do you get 2 spell power for 4 cost, but it's also a 2/5, which isn't bad.
And it splits up the... Well, that's not necessarily good that it splits up the...
It isn't. It isn't
can be,
because
because
it makes
means that
one less of a prior. Like
yeah. And you'd
right?
have to have 2 of them, though. You'd have to have 2 creatures for this to actually gain its full potential.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd say in Paladin decks
Yeah.
specifically,
You
this
do
would
this
be really good.
to 2 little 1/1 stupid things, and you consecration.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it
It's
becomes
like
a 4
4
damage consecration.
Now it's a flay
instead of-
strike
yeah.
that deals damage to the person too.
Yeah. Oh shit! Did I? Yeah, we saw the other ones already.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's a wisp.
A wisp.
It's the worst card in the game. There is no card that is worse than wisp. None.
A 0 cost 1/1.
There is nothing.
Yeah.
There is nothing. Sunfury Protector, I like. It's
almost
okay.
as
I think it has some place.
I think
in some
how much
decks.
does the
4.
Defender of Argus
4.
cost? 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so-
way better. Defender of Argus
Yeah.
is really good.
because it also gives them +1/+1.
It's a 3/3 that gives 1/1 and taunt to the adjacent minions.
Yeah.
So essentially, for 4, it gives +2/+2 total, plus 2 taunts, and it's a 3/3.
Yeah.
It is the best, like one of the best cards.
Definitely.
It's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Scavenging Hyena is all gold. Let's look at his face. He's all like,
I'm eating the stick. Sticks. Oh, maybe that's a bone. Never mind. He's eating a
It is.
bone.
I know, it is. That's what... It's scavenging. It's a scavenging hyena that's eating bones. It
For
took me
some
forever.
reason, I thought he was sitting on a pile of sticks.
I thought it was a fucking beaver at first.
Yeah, me
I look
too.
at it. It looks like he has a tail. The black part?
Yeah.
Dude.
You're right. That does look like a beaver.
Because his
tail.
arm blends in too.
Yeah.
I thought it was a beaver for the longest time.
Scavenging beaver. We haven't seen... Oh, I was just going to say, we haven't seen any...
Oh, shit. This is a good pack. 2
this is a good
fucking
pack.
Goldens. And...
So we saw the Wild Pyromancer already. This
now
is
it's
golden.
coolly
And now-
animated.
now
Let's
it's got
watch
lots
it.
of-
And his
ooh,
hands are all like...
fireness. Cool fireness. Mass Dispel. I love this card. I think this is one of the best priest cards.
also
it's
is, like, beautifully
AoE silence. So if they like, this is really, really stupid good against Shaman, because
Yeah.
they tend to put a lot of creatures on the board. Let's say they take a huge advantage and they have like, 6 creatures on the board. Flame Tongue totems, stuff is buffed here and there. They got Argus, Defender of Argus, blah blah blah. You Mass Dispel, all the benefits they've got are gone.
And now they
not
have-
to mention they've got 0/2 creatures on the board that
can't
do
attack,
nothing.
And that take up basically a slot
Yeah.
in there.
This
And-
one's not animated. I'm sad now.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's not animated.
Oh, it's kind of. That doesn't count.
Where?
wait,
I don't
is
see
it?
anything.
Never
Nothing's
mind.
animated. It's not animated at all.
Why is it all floaty then, Kyle? Everything's floaty.
I don't know. Because they're all like waving around.
Oh, you're right.
Alright, the Beast. The Beast. It's not animated.
Kyle, I'm trying to see it! Okay, I'm looking. It's not animated. It's just feigning that it is.
Okay, so the Beast is a 9/7, 6 cost creature. So that's, you're like, 6 cost for 9/7. Damn. But if it dies, it summons a 3/3 Ace Ventura Pet Detective reference for your...
Finkel Einhorn.
Finkel Einhorn.
And
Einhorn
if-
Finkel.
okay,
Finkel
so
Einhorn.
This is
Finkel.
really good in Hunters,
Yeah, 'cause
specifically
it
because
counts
it's
as
a
a
beast.
beast, yeah.
And then you have your 2/1 owl that silences, and then you silence your own creature.
Yep.
And you have a 9/7 and a 2/1.
Absolutely.
So silencing your own creature in this case is amazing.
Yeah,
Do
I
it.
actually don't think we saw Cold Blood. So
We did, but we didn't talk about it.
Okay, so give a minion +2 attack, and then combo 4 attack instead. So it's a fairly straightforward 1 cost buff a creature. If you play something before it, buff it more. So
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yep, seriously.
Yep. Yes,
Yep.
daisies.
Yep. Oh my god, you're getting 2
Golden.
Okay, we
Mine-
talked about all of these.
Yeah. Yeah, we talked about all of them. But let's look at his beard. His beard is all wavy and purple
Is it?
and pink.
Yeah. Oh, his little...
It
Pop-
spins.
yeah. Why
He's
is
even
it-
got a little like...
Why isn't his little hat thing spinning?
Yeah,
It's
that's
his hat thing you should
Yeah.
spin.
his little hat propeller.
Yeah. He's lollipop dead.
Twisting Nether. Ooh.
I
Actually don't
have one
those.
of these,
Do you?
but it's never like won me a game because if you use it, you're probably behind anyway.
So this is like it's like
It's a
Deathwing
last-
that doesn't put a creature on the board.
It's a last resort
Yeah.
kind of. You attack them directly, and then if you can, and then you twisting Nether.
Yeah,
and you just
destroy it.
destroy everything.
Yeah. So I
But
don't
they
know.
have the
it's-
initiative on you.
Yeah, it can be good, but I would take Deathwing over the because
Yeah.
Deathwing is a 10 cost rather.
Yeah.
12/12 dragon that destroys all minions
And discard your hand.
and discards your hand.
So
But-
it's a more last resort.
Yeah.
Resort.
yeah, it's the last resort that last resorts so well.
Yeah.
So I don't
Everything
know.
else we talked
Twisting
about.
Nether. I can
We
see
have
it
never
is-
used it. We don't have. Neither of us have a good warlock
Yeah.
deck. We don't have Murlocs.
Yeah, we need more Murlocs. Actually, I think I have all the Murlocs.
Really?
Yeah,
No,
I
we
do.
talked about all these.
Ancient Blade Master, yeah,
Yeah,
Injured
we
Blade
did.
Master rather. Yep,
Yeah.
Loot Hoarder. Yep, we've seen all those before. Fine, Corinne, press spacebar. Ooh,
Okay, upgrade is the only one. I've seen this work really well.
Yeah, upgrade is a cool, especially if you use it on a Gorehowl, because then you can attack them directly twice.
Yeah.
Gorehowl, if you don't know, is a 7/1 epic warrior weapon, and if you attack a creature, instead of losing 1 durability, it loses 1 attack. So it becomes it dulls the blade as it goes. But if you give a weapon +1/1, if you give that to your Gorehowl, and you the Gorehowl breaks when you attack the hero.
Yeah.
So you can attack the hero twice, technically, with the.
So it doesn't break if you attack them directly?
It wouldn't break because you'd have 1 extra durability.
But doesn't it automatically break if you attack the person?
If you attack the person, it loses its 1 durability and breaks.
Oh, I thought you said that it breaks when you attack a person's.
It does because it only has 1 durability.
Left.
The only way to get around that is to upgrade it and give it +1.
So it's a 7/1?
It's a 7/1, yeah.
Oh. I thought we were talking about something else. It's also good. What's the one weapon that gains +1 per secret revealed?
That's the Eagle Horn Bow.
Yeah,
And
it's really
gains,
good
it
at
gains
delaying
+1
that.
durability.
It's really good at delaying that too, because if you play this, then you have a secret next turn. You can just combo.
This is
everything.
also a 1 cost card,
Yeah.
which is
It gives
pretty
you a
good
1/3 if you don't
for
have
a
anything.
spell, right?
So if there's something on the board that has 1 health left,
Yeah.
that's like a significant threat, then you.
And you really
You
wanted
should
to
do
get
it,
rid of it. Although I'd say it's always, I think it'd be always better to upgrade the weapon rather than to.
Oh yeah, always
equip-
better if you can.
If you can.
Because if you had a weapon though, then you'd be able to attack it anyway.
Exactly, but it's one of those dual purpose things that has, it's got a very obvious use, and then it also has a situational use.
Yeah.
So,
I've seen
and
it
we-
used well in both
Yeah,
scenarios.
yeah. Boom. Mana Addict.
Silverhand Knight is really good.
Oh yeah.
That's the only one that we haven't talked about. Oh, and
we got
Scarlet
Scarlet
Crusader.
Crusader.
These are all pretty
So
good.
these
all
are
class
2
cards.
really great all class cards here.
Yeah.
I think Silverhand Knight is the most expensive, and I think it's also the best card that summons another card. So it's a 5 cost 4/4 that also summons you a 2/2.
Yeah.
Right, so that's basically a 5 cost 6/6,
And
but
as you
split
might,
between 2
as
creatures.
the portrait might suggest, it's really good with Paladin.
Yeah.
If you have the weapon,
It's
that
called
gives you-
Sword of Justice.
yeah, that gives you 1/1. Like if you summon something,
Yeah.
it also applies to the summon 2/2 Squire, so it becomes a 3/3. So you have a 5/5 and a 3/3, and then you have 3 charges left in your fucking weapon.
Yeah.
It's so good.
No, and Scarlet Crusader is great because 3 cost 3/1 with Divine Shield. So essentially, you get 2 attacks with her, or she takes 2 hits to remove always,
Yeah. No.
or a silence.
It could, and it can force a hero power like
Yeah.
fireball
Yeah.
or weapon, taking 3 damage, all that cool stuff.
Exactly. She is very, very, very good. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, cool.
Twilight Drake. We haven't seen these yet.
I like having one of them in the deck because they're really good like early game and they're really shitty late game.
Yeah.
But if you can always have 3 or 4 cards in your hands, it's not so bad, but it's still pretty bad.
Yeah. It's also one of those obvious silence targets
yeah.
because if you've got, you say it comes out as a 4/9 or a 4/7 or something like
But
that, all you need to do is
it's
silence it and then hit it for 1.
So powerful if you draw it in your starting hand.
Yep.
If you have this in your starting hand, it's amazing.
We haven't seen Leper Gnome yet. Leper Gnome is, I'd say it's the only 1 cost card that I'd have more than 1 of, and that's because it's a 1 cost 2/1 that deals 2 damage to an enemy hero when it dies. So almost always you're guaranteed to get 4 damage in with this guy to the enemy hero. So in a rush deck, they're great.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Nourish is great.
Choose one, gain 2 mana crystals or draw 3 cards. So in a mid-game scenario, you gain 2 mana crystals, or you coin it out at 4, so yeah, mid-game, and you accelerate yourself to, like, so that's for big creatures, or use it late game to draw 3 cards, which is pretty good for 5 costs.
Yeah,
so.
I normally see it, like, I've never seen it be used for the mana crystals, only for the draw card potential.
I have. I've seen it. I've seen coin innervate nourish on turn 2.
Really?
Yeah. And he was bringing out creatures that I just couldn't deal with.
Wow,
too quickly.
that's some crazy play that you can't anticipate.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
It is really good.
Coin, innervate, nourish.
Coin, innervate, nourish. Gain 2 mana crystals. Not to mention that when you gain those 2 mana crystals, they also have mana in them. So technically, it only costs 3 if you do that. So because he did that, and then he still had 2 mana to cast a.
Oh
creature.
shit! Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know that actually, because I've never seen it be used.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a great card if used properly.
Yeah.
But you have to have a deck that's built around.
I think you should always have
using
one, no matter what, in a druid deck. That's
Yeah,
pretty good.
yeah. Actually, you know what? I'd say go for it.
Yeah.
Take one of those. Yep.
Nourish, pretty good. Yeah.
I'm letting Corinne hit spacebar.
What?
SI7 agent. Have you never seen this?
Why
guy
is it
before?
called SI7?
I don't know.
Has that changed?
No, he's always been called the SI7
Really?
agent.
I think that's a great card. A 3-cost that immediately deals 2
Yeah.
damage, and it's a 3/3,
Yeah.
and it obviously combos pretty well. Everything else we've talked about.
Yep. Everything
But
else.
Rogue deck, I think it's a really good combo card.
Yeah. Go ahead. The spacebar. Ooh. Oh, that looks sweet.
Oh shit! That light will is
Yeah.
all like up in your
It's a
face.
crazy beam coming out of that.
with
Man, that
light
looks
and
like.
healing power.
Yeah. So Lightwell,
And it's stupid.
two cost, 0/5. At the start of your turn, restore 3 health to a damage-friendly character. So if you can get this out at turn 2, it becomes a massive damage sink. Anything that they have on the board that could deal damage is almost negated.
Because yeah, it's not going to be able to kill it.
Yeah. So like even if they had enough to kill it in 2 turns, it would deal damage to this, and then it would just heal itself at the start of your next turn. Not to mention, if you do roll with Inner Fire is great because, you know, on turn 2 you bring this out. On turn 3 you cast Inner Fire, and all of a sudden you have a 5/5 creature that heals itself.
Yeah. But it's a 5/5 creature that costs 2 cards, and that's the only downside.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a easy flame or fireball target.
Yeah,
So with Sorcerer's
definitely.
Apprentice.
Yeah. Sorcerer's Apprentice. Your spells cost 1 less. One day I'm gonna be just like you.
She's so cute.
Yeah.
I like all the cute little peoples. The
She's a little,
sorcerers.
like, gnomish.
She's a little gnomish.
gnomish.
She's gonna kill you with her fireballs.
I struggle to use these properly. I know they can be good because I've died to good mages who use Sorcerer's Apprentice, but it has to be a very specifically constructed deck to make her work.
It does not work in Fist of Holding Balls.
Yeah, it doesn't. Not at all.
No. Do we even have one in there?
I think we have 1.
I think it's just because it's a 3/2.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's again. I emphasize a 2 cost 3/2. Which
it used to be a
isn't that bad.
2/2, right? And they buffed it.
Yes.
So it used to be a 2/2, and then they buffed it to a 3/2, so that it's balanced now.
This is
So it was
perfect, 'cause
underpowered.
now I have 2 upgrades because I didn't even have 1 before.
Nice, good job, Kyle.
Cruel Taskmaster. All right. So this is one of my favorite warrior cards. Battlecry. Deal 1 damage to a minion. Give it +2 attack.
Should always have 2
Yeah.
in your deck. Warrior.
This is great because if there's a 1 damage or sorry, 1 health their creature, you can kill it with this, right?
Yeah.
Because obviously it's gonna get 2 attack and then immediately die,
Yeah.
which is great. So removal. Also you tend to have a lot of things that are enrageable, or let's take the Armor Smith for example. Like the Armor Smith is, if your friendly minion takes damage, then you gain an armor. So this can be used to gain an armor and make your Armor Smith a little bigger, or another creature that you have bigger and gain the armor. It's Frothing Berserker, same thing. If this card deals damage to one of your minions, then your Berserker gains a attack. So yeah, that's very good. Master of Disguise,
I like
Battle
it.
Cry, deal give a friendly minion stealth. Now I tried to use this because I was experimenting with rogue decks. I didn't play rogue at all when the game first came out. I was like, because they were very clearly broken. Now they're very clearly underpowered, and it's incredibly hard to get a rogue deck to work well. I can see this being really good with something like, what's one of those cards that you really want to keep alive? Like a spell power?
Yeah.
If you were to stealth a spell power,
or
and then
even
have,
a really, like, a card that has low health at any point.
Yeah. Maybe Ysera.
Like, you trade... Well, you don't trade. You attack, you have, like, 2 health left, then you stealth it, and
stealth it
next turn.
Exactly. So, yeah, it can be good for keeping things alive, but I think its best use is when you want something to stay alive. Now, see, everything I can think of is like another class. But let's say Rogue had the equivalent of like a Mana Tide totem, right? Something that you really wanted to keep alive, something that had a benefit every turn, and you stealthed it. How good that would be, because they couldn't kill it unless they had some kind of AOE. Yeah. So, yeah, it can be used really well. I've just never been able to get it to work.
It's not a good card for it yet.
Ring Farseer, Earth.
It's like
Ring Farseer.
It's okay. It's okay, but you shouldn't just have it in your deck. There has to be a reason for it to be in your deck.
Yeah, I see it used with Warlocks a lot, because Warlocks, they use life tap a lot to gain cards, and this is a good way to get some health back.
Oh.
So you restore 3 health to your...
You're right. It's basically a card.
Yep.
Because it's
exactly
a card and a half, kind of.
Yep.
A power, hero power and a half. Slam, we talked about, really good.
Yeah, Betrayal, we talked about.
Oh.
Okay, fine. Legendaries! No. Secret Keeper. I tried... Okay,
it's a one drop.
Number one, I tried to get a secret deck to work, and it was okay for a while, and then I hit 3-star master, and it started failing like horrifically. So I have to rework it. It's one of the decks that I just kind of abandoned. So whenever secret is played, gain +1/+1, and it normally doesn't stay alive, and or you don't have the option to like get it out when it's useful. Yeah. Like, it's just not. I don't know. I don't like it.
Mystery good. Device Ringleader.
Yeah, this is.
If you have a really good combo deck, this is great. Coin Ringleader.
Coin. So on turn 1, you coin this guy out. That also counts as a combo because the coin counts as a card. Yeah. So then you get a 2/2 and a 2/1. So essentially, it's a 4/3 for 2, which is pretty insane.
On turn 1.
Yeah, on turn 1.
So I think it's the best starting.
Yeah, it is the best opening, like the best turn 1 opening you could possibly hope for is Defias Ringleader. Yeah. And you hear the term fishing for scrubs. And that's just because when it's like, this is our town, scrub. Yeah, beat it. So that's why they call these scrubs or whatever. Flare, we talked about. Yeah, we talked about the one. Okay.
Oh, epic. Pit
Lord.
Lord.
Deal 5 damage to your hero.
That
4
hurts.
cost 5/6. Interesting.
It hurts.
Yeah, that does hurt.
That's a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen a lot of good Warlock decks, so I can't say
whether
it's good or
I
not.
don't know about this card. So
it looks kind of not
pending future
good.
investigation.
Yeah.
Next.
Talked about all of those.
Yeah, all of these. Wow, that's a bad pack.
Yeah.
Come on, we only got 1 legendary so far in this one.
We've talked about all these cards.
Yeah, crazy. Or at least we got. Oh, look at him. Look, he's got his bottle.
Dude, his bottle's all.
Oh!
Whoa, does it go in?
Yeah, just like.
Oh, whoa!
So he's mixing his experiment.
Oh, I didn't even know that's what he was doing. And
He's
all
an
of a sudden,
alchemist.
the golden thing made it.
Yep.
I thought he had a sword. I thought he was like, roar! You better fucking switch your attack and your.
I'm threatening you.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah, so we talked about every other one. Go again.
Oh, we talked about all these.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Come on, we need some legendaries.
Talked about. Okay, Naturalize is the only one that we haven't talked about.
But look at
here.
that, that's pretty.
Oh, wow, that is. It's all
Nature,
veiny
Mark of
and
Nature.
stuff.
Destroy a minion. Your opponent draws 2 cards.
Sounds terrible, and I think it's only would be ever good late game for something that you just needed to remove it, and then you can deal the final blow.
Yeah.
Type of thing. Because
So
this is the only removal.
Yeah, it's really good in one situation. That's why you only have one of them. But if you were to have neutralize in your deck,
Naturalize.
I
called it neutralize.
Yeah, okay, naturalize. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah.
And let's say it's turn 5, and you kill something that didn't have much consequence, and your opponent draws 2 cards. You basically just gave your opponent an advantage.
Yeah. It's never good to use it mid-game. It's only a late-game scenario in which you're really far ahead. But again, you shouldn't have cards that don't do that.
Yeah.
Cards shouldn't be meant for when you're ahead. They should be meant for pressing space button.
Golden
Void Terror. This is the one we were talking about.
Sweet, because I would actually not even bother making a Warlock deck if I didn't have these, and this is the first one I've got.
Yeah,
so destroy minions on either side, gain their attack and health.
Perfect. Again, I said this in the last video with Power Overwhelming. It gives a creature +4/+4, and they die at the end of the turn. So let's say you have a 3/2, it becomes a 7/6, and you attack them directly, deal 7 damage, throw down your Void Terror. It gains 7/6 permanently that would have otherwise just died.
Yep.
Just because it's Power Overwhelming, your creature dies. So it's just good combo units.
Absolutely. This one's not animated either. I am disappointed.
I am disappointed too. Why do they even make the gold cards if there's not
I
animations?
think they're adding in the animations as they go. It's like one of those things that, like, whenever betas...
Damn it, artists. Go faster.
Yeah.
The Pint-Sized Summoner...
Pint-Sized Summoner used to be ridiculously overpowered, because I think it was...
3/2 before.
Yeah, and it was also your minions cost... Wasn't it 2 less?
I think it was a 3/2 before, and it was only ever 1 less. But it was a 3/2. It was just too good as a 3/2 with a 1 less, because it could kill anything.
Yeah.
And now, you know...
Yeah, it's got that little less damage output, so it's yeah, that was good.
So I don't know, maybe in Warlock decks they would be nice, but I don't know anything else about them.
And that's only the first minion you play next turn. Now I think they were really good when the game came out, but then people started to realize how to play and like, and yeah, exactly, and they became less useful. So I don't know, it's a decent card, especially because it's an all class card. You can experiment with it in any deck. I'd say if you have one, yeah, go ahead, put it in the deck. Just try it out, see how it works.
Oh, epic.
South Sea Captain, your other pirates have +1/+1.
I mean, in a pirate deck, which isn't even possible right now, it's not very good.
Yeah.
Christ,
if you
that's
had a
not very
deck.
good.
We need a pirate hero. That's what we need.
Yeah. What new class would be all pirates? What pirate hero?
I don't know. They just need like a pirate hero.
In the Warcraft
world. I don't know.
Is there a pirate in Warcraft?
Somebody
anywhere?
tell us. Somebody familiar with Warcraft lore. Tell us if there is a pirate hero, and then we need to petition Blizzard to make it a class.
Like Kyle and I think that there's at least like a few more classes. There's obviously going to be a few more classes.
Yeah, definitely. Death Knight is the obvious one.
Yeah.
So Arthas, you know,
Frostmourne
like will be the sword that'll probably kill things.
That'll be the undead. And this is why they haven't released a lot of undead cards and like obvious Pandorians.
Yeah.
There's a few cards that hint at the fact that they're going to be there, but there isn't a class yet.
Yeah.
So we can probably anticipate that after release in the next couple of years.
Yeah, and I like this. It says pirate at the bottom, but I'd imagine like Abomination when that that other class comes in, this will count as like an undead creature. Or something like
that's
the same thing with Flesh Eating
like,
Ghoul.
Yeah. Oh, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a good observation,
Exactly.
Kyle. Good job.
So we have 5 packs left. Let's do it. Spacebar.
Spacebar time.
Come on, legendaries. We only got 1 so far in this.
Okay, let's...
Kirin Tor Mage. Now, if you're rolling with a secret deck, these seem like an obvious pick because it's a 3-cost 4/3 that the next secret that you play costs 0.
Yeah.
The only problem is that secrets don't cost more than 3, so they're pretty low cost anyway. So it's not always useful. I think this is it's one of those deceptive cards that looks like it has a lot of value, but
Yeah.
I've never been able to really like I said, the secret deck just didn't work. I'll try again, and I'll probably use these.
Yeah.
So if you're going for a secret deck, or if you have like a couple secrets in your mage deck, maybe having one of these, but never two.
No.
Holy Wrath. Draw a card and deal damage equal to its cost.
I don't know if that's good.
It's a 5. Okay, so it's a 5 cost to draw a card, deal damage.
Okay.
You have the potential to do a big amount, but at the same time, you don't normally have more high cost cards than you do low cost cards. So chances are you're gonna get something that's like 3 cost or 2 cost or
I think 4 would be
cost.
average.
Yeah, maybe 4 cost on average. Which there are so many things that cost less than 5 that deal 4 damage.
It would be better to have a hammer that's deal 3 damage and draw.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a 3 cost, right?
Yeah.
Hammer.
That's a 4.
Oh, 4 cost. Yeah, it's
and
more
reliable.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I've had that used against me, it's always killed the creature, but there's always could be.
Yeah.
It also reveals.
It's a bit RNG.
It also reveals the cost of like the card that you just draw.
Yeah.
So people would know. It's like, oh shit, a 9 cost.
Yeah,
card.
a good player is
gonna
be like, oh, he got a 6 cost. That's probably Guardian.
It's like it deals 1 damage. You have a shit hand. I know it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, now I can afford to play risky because I know you don't have squat. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. So next.
Inner fire.
Ooh, Defender Vargas. Okay, so this is actually my first Defender Vargas. I wanted to experiment with these, and I know they're like super value, but I was gonna wait until like we did this before buying it. So I'll probably buy another one, and then
they're only
I will
40.
use them. So
40
yeah,
deaths.
Battle Cry. Give
an
adjacent minions +1/+1 and taunt. So super duper value.
Really
Not
good.
to mention it's all class. So
Yeah.
any deck you want. Defender Vargas.
I've seen it be used in every deck, like, really well, all the time.
Yeah, so we talked about the other ones.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh. 2 Flame Imps.
2 Flame Imps. What's with these doubles? Okay, so the Flame Imps are great. Again, this is probably one of those exceptions where because it's a 1 cost doesn't mean...
doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah,
in a
doesn't mean it's
Warlock
bad.
deck, it's good.
A 1 cost 3/2 that deals 2 damage to your hero, but at the same time is a 1 cost 3/2. Like, that's incredible early game. Like, so good.
It would be really broken if it didn't.
When I die to Warlocks, I die because they got a really good early start, and normally they do that with the Flame Imp.
So you Flame
by
Imp,
opening.
and then you play your other Imp, your Blood.
Yeah, your is it just a Blood
Is it
Imp?
Blood Imp? Yeah, it's just a Blood Imp, and now you have 3 3s.
Yeah.
Which are hard to kill.
Exactly. Sunwalker.
And sometimes they, never mind.
Now this is another one of those cards that it's kind of up in the air for me. I've seen it be really good, but at the same time, I always have a contingency for this in all my decks. Whenever I see a Sunwalker, I'm happy because I know I have a silence to get rid of it. I know I have some kind of removal or death spell that I can just kill it. Now, the good thing is it has 4 damage output, so it's good against Priest because you can't Shadow Word Pain and you can't Shadow Word Death.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good in that respect. But against a mage that can ping it with the hero stamp and then fireball it, not good. Anything with like a destroy minion or blah 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 or silence, it's really weak too. But and it's a 6 cost. So
Really
it is a really good card most of the time, but you'll start to run into problems in the upper leagues if you're running Sunwalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. All right. 2. It's a 5 legendary pack. Come on. Damn it. Another double. Same pack. Earthshock. God damn it.
We talked about all these.
Yeah, we talked about this. This card is shit. I hate the swordsman. And
Talked
about all these too. Okay, so
Is that the last one?
yeah, that's the last one.
No! Why did we end on such a
Conclusion.
horrible
Let's
note?
see. Oh, 1820 does that. That's enough to purchase all the cards in one of my decks.
Yeah.
Okay, so disenchant. That's nice.
Now
Now
Kyle
I
has
have
a fuck ton of dust.
yeah, I can buy like
Jesus.
3 legendaries, 2 legendaries.
Yeah, and you should disenchant some of the 1 golden that you didn't want.
Yeah. What was it? I don't even remember.
I don't know either. You can sort by golden if you go to crafting.
Crafting.
There's totally a way to do it. You're not
Yeah, I
in
don't
crafting.
know.
You're not in crafting.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Show golden cards only.
There we go. Well, oh my god.
Alchemist.
Was it Crazed Alchemist? No, that looked cool. Pyromancer. Maybe it was the Sun Fury one.
Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Sea Giant.
This one, that's the one.
Yeah.
Disenchant for an extra 400.
You'll never use it.
Yeah, I will never use that. So that's what it looks like when you disenchant a card.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Alright, so this concludes this video. We hope you enjoyed. We'll probably be around with maybe one more 50-pack opening.
No.
Yeah, so GG. See you next time.
Yeah.